Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. I'm Michael Bain for Downrange Television and OutdoorChannel.com, coming to you this week from the Mother Church of the Modern Technique, the Gunsight Academy outside of Prescott, rhymes with Biscuit, Arizona. The big news of the week is that a venerable brand that went away and came back has gone away again. Charles Daly has closed its doors. Now, the Charles Daly brand has been around for a long time, but in its current iterations, only a few years, originally started to bring in imported high-quality Turkish shotguns. They expanded that line to Philippine Arms Corps 1911s, cowboy revolvers, and most recently, all American-made AR-15s. Charles Daly head Michael Krasner said that last Friday was the last day for Charles Daly, but that people would be able to find out at charlesdalyforums.com, and remember, anything we talk about here, we will have the links for you on Downrange Television, on where those guns would be supported, and he guaranteed that the Charles Daly brand would be back. Experts agree that what happened was Charles Daly was never able to carve out a very special niche for itself. It was too much all over the place. Shotguns, 1911s, cowboy revolvers, AR-15s, and in a crowded marketplace, Charles Daly wasn't standing out. It's been a good week for catfights on the internet, and I'm not talking about all the buzz generated by that almost address the singer Pink wore at the Grammys. No, all the heat has been around the Bushmaster ACR, Adaptive Combat Rifle, which finally made its public debut at SHOT 2010. Now, that particular rifle came in at $2,800, $3,000, not off the charts for new-gen battle rifles. But Bushmaster felt it necessary to go on AR15.com and issue a series of FAQs defining their rifle. One of the definitions was, hey, it doesn't really cost that much at all. Now, why, might you ask, would Bushmaster feel it necessary to step up and defend a rifle that got such a wonderful presentation at SHOT 2010? Well, my little cherubs and seraphim tell me that some of that must be due to a certain YouTube video titled, "Hitler Finds Out How Much the Bushmaster ACR Cost." That particular video, which is all in German, taken from a German movie with Hitler, with subtitles talking about the pricing on the Bushmaster ACR, has been seen by hundreds of thousands of people, most of them laughing so hard they cried. It seems to have stung Bushmaster a little, so they stepped up and cleared the air. And in fact, given that the SCAR, given that most of the gas piston ARs are coming in at above 2,500 into the 3,000, 3,500 range, the Bushmaster ACR is pretty much on par. And by the way, it does not use an AR-15 standard trigger group or an AR-15 barrel. Finally, some good news for American shooters as Russian ammo pours into the United States. Think of it as sort of a reverse Lend-Lease. Most of the major ammo distributors are showing large amounts of 5.56, 7.62 by 51, 9mm, 45 ACP, 45 Smith & Wesson, even some long missing 380 ammunition, almost all of it from Russian manufacturers. Now, who would have thought 25, 30 years ago that it would be the Russians riding to the rescue of the beleaguered American shooters? One note also, there's a new way to find ammunition on the internet. It's called AmmoSeek.com. And of course, anything we mention here on Downrange TV and OutdoorChannel.com, go to Downrange TV and we'll have the links there so you can check it out directly. But all you need to do is go to AmmoSeek.com, enter the kind of ammunition that you're looking for, and it will search the internet and come up with the best buys of the ammunition for you. Now, that makes it a lot easier to sift through all that rusky stuff. In political news this week, the Brady Organization, of course formerly Handgun Control Inc., announced that apparently no one, including the White House, is listening to them. In a news conference that was held, unfortunately, to coincide with the SHOT Show, Brady spokespeople said there was no demand for gun control in the United States, that apparently the Obama administration was not interested in pursuing a gun control agenda. Now, also this week, Brady announced that they were deeply, deeply troubled when during a professional basketball trash talking session, a player said, "I put it all out there, I don't leave anything in the chamber." Well, Brady said leaving anything in the chamber was an unfortunate gun reference. Well, I think on this particular point, the Brady Organization has gone off half-cocked and have in fact totally missed their target. If you're going to go lock, stock, and barrel after every piece of the English language built around shooting, guns, and hunting, you're going to have to work harder than that. Otherwise, it's just a flash in the pan. And finally, while we're at Gunsight, it's important to announce that Gunsight Majordomo, the owner of Gunsight, Buzz Mills, is running for governor of Arizona. Now, what does that mean for all of us? Well, if Buzz gets elected, we all have a place to retreat to. Again, be sure to visit Downrange Television and OutdoorChannel.com because we've got tons of great videos, more going up every week. We've got the links for anything I've mentioned here. I'm Michael Bain. I'll see you next week.